What's up, guys? I hope you're all doing well, and thank you so much for popping into my review for Guillermo Del Toro's Frankenstein. This had a very limited theatrical release before coming to Netflix, and I just got the chance to check it out. And what I will say is I love Guillermo Del Toro as a director. Going into this film, I think he's made a lot of great movies. If we're talking about the Hellboy films, The Shape of Water, even Nightmare Alley, which I thought was a really good movie. Here we have another standout Guillermo del Toro movie. And let's talk about his animated film that just won him the Oscar recently for Best Animated Film. And that's Pinocchio, which was one of the best movies of the year that came out. And in this film, Guillermo del Toro brings the same kind of directorial style and vision and mastercraft of directing, and he brings it to this film to another level. I really loved what he did with The Shape of Water, and he's taking that to the next level. This is not just your romance film with some kind of creature. There's a lot going on. It's a lot deeper of a film. And once you start really getting into the nitty gritty of it, I think that there's a lot of interesting conversations to be had about the film Frankenstein, which is the story of Victor Frankenstein, who's created a monster. And he's stitched together a bunch of dead people's bodies, and now we have this creature who is played brilliantly by Jacob Elordi. I would be extremely thrilled to see if Jacob Elordi was nominated for Best Supporting Actor for this movie. He probably won't be, but what he does with this film is adds so much more humanity to Frankenstein, a character who has barely any dialogue, but it's through his expressions and his physicality is what really made me care about this character. The acting in the movie is stellar. Oscar Isaac is Oscar worthy in this movie. Is he going to get the nomination? Bradley Cooper couldn't get in for Nightmare Alley, and I don't think Oscar Isaac is going to get in for this movie either. They're both great performances. I could see this movie definitely getting in for costume design, production design, score, maybe visual effects, screenplay. Who knows? Best Picture? I think that this is a terrific film. At 2.5 hours long, which I think is basically the same time as Nightmare Alley, if I could remember correctly, at 2.5 hours long, the thing never drags. I was invested from the opening sequence of the movie, the way Guillermo tells this story in two parts. They connect so beautifully together. This is one of Guillermo del Toro's best directed films. I liked it more than The Shape of Water, which I loved. Now, is it a scary movie? You know, it's Frankenstein. No, it's not a scary movie. This is a drama with romance. There's so many elements to this film. It's certainly a drama, though, and I think that this movie is better than Nosferatu, which came out last year. That was in my top 10 of the year last year. This film, I think, is a little better than Nosferatu. I loved Frankenstein. I really did. This movie has beautiful production design. All of the sets are exquisite, whether it's this gigantic ship or the interior of the ship, the interior of the tower, of Frankenstein's tower, the whole entire thing. I mean, the sound design as well. This movie could be nominated for a lot of Oscars because I think it is totally worthy of them. Frankenstein is one of my favorite movies of the year, and I'm giving it 5 out of 5 stars with a really good score by Alexandre Desplat as well. It's not this crazy over the top score, but it hits when it has to, and it's sort of a score that plays very much like Schindler's List, how it's like in the background but very powerful, and then it hits you when it has to. That's exactly what this score is, and I think it could be also nominated. This is a powerhouse of a film. Guillermo del Toro proves yet again that he is one of the best directors working today, and this is certainly one of the best movies of the year. So, guys, Frankenstein, did you see it? What's your thoughts on the film if you did see it? If this ever gets a release in the theater, I don't know if it's going to be nominated for Best Picture, but it does. They always do. You know, Cinemark always does like a lineup of the Best Picture films, and throughout the week they'll play. You know, if I could get to see this movie on a big screen, I would love to do that because this is a beautiful, exquisite looking movie. This is the prettiest movie of the year by far. The sets, like I said, the costumes, the makeup and hairstyling. This is a wonderfully made film with a lot of heart and a Frankenstein that you can get behind. And guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for a bunch of reviews that just went up on the channel now, including new releases, Christie, Die My Love, and Predator Badlands. You can follow me on Twitter and or X at RyanKing72 and Instagram at KingArises131. That's been it for me. Thank you so much for watching my review for Guillermo Del Toro's Frankenstein. And until next time, over and out.